Hi, my name is Christopher Hart. I'm the author of many books on how to draw cartoons, and today I'd like to show you how using contours for the face and adjusting them can really help in defining a character. So this character is going to face this way in a 3/4 view. So here's his skull coming down to about here. That's just top of the jaw. That's the angle of the jaw. That's actually what it's called anatomically, angle of the jaw. So he's got a pretty long and strong jaw. And I'll give him a thick neck, so it starts pretty far back on the bottom of the skull and just before the chin. So see, all of a sudden we know he's a strong-looking character. So a strong character generally has, and this is a character design thing you might want to keep in mind, has a small skull. That's just the stereotype of a strong character. He's got a small skull, which means that we'll bring the eye line pretty high up on the head to reduce the size of the skull here. And when you have cute characters, the eye line is down lower, so the forehead is big, kind of looks young that way. All right, so let's also, for placement, just put an ear in, and we'll make it fairly small ear. Here is the back of the head, and you can kind of square it off a little bit. Okay, let's have him with placement of 2 eyes like so, kind of not up and down, but a little horizontal. And we'll have some eyebrows that are pushing down the forehead. Over here, close to the nose, because of the angle of the face, close to the eye, sorry, we'll have a long bridge of the nose. And we'll get to the contours of the face in a minute. I think, well, maybe I'll just move this one back just a touch. And he'll be looking back, kind of suspiciously. And let's see, if this eye is down, this eyebrow is down, maybe we should give this eye a curl up. Also looking at the side. And let's just fill that in for now. I'll go over this in a black marker. And a little short little mouth so that he's not happy about what he sees, okay? Now, I'll take a little off of the length here and curve it under the chin, just like that. Now, before we draw the rest of everything, let's look at this contour right here, okay? Very round, but he's not really a round character, is he? He's not a round character, he's kind of a tough character. So let's show that. Let's bring that forehead down straight, bring it in for the eye area, and that is called the orbit of the eye. And that is always accentuated in the 3/4 view. Well, very nearly always. Some very round characters can just be round all the way around, especially when they're stylized. And then, instead of rounded, we're going to go straight here. We'll get a straight line all the way down here. And bring him down this way. And we give him a little more angle, so he's not so warm and fuzzy. A little goatee like this. And we'll bring this up into a short little haircut, falling down like this. Another angle. We can flatten that too. I'm going to do a little more with the mouth here. And we'll bring this down to a little sideburn like so. Hang that over. Now I think I need to have him have a little bit thicker neck to be consistent with his look. There we go. Just little touches can really make a big difference. Let's give this a try and see how it looks once we fill this in. All right, this one is looped up. That is sort of the skeptical eye right here. Now his eye is kind of pushing down on the eyeball, but we don't want to make it too narrow because we won't get to see the expression. Okay, and then the other one is really crushing down that eye. We'll bring that tear duct down like this, and this one slopes to the ear. Flatten the bottom, and again at the side, make that round. Touches the top and bottom eyelid. Not too happy. He is definitely not liking it, whatever it is. Now let's connect that bridge of the nose all the way down. Like so. We give a little crease over here. And add some shadow below the lip. It can be small, lip can be small, but when you add the shadow, it accentuates it. Okay, here is that straight forehead, orbit of the eye, and coming down from the cheekbone, straight down now, to the tip of the chin. And here is the angle of the jaw. Comes almost straight, and at just below the ear, it turns around and goes in. So it's either two angles, but a lot of people draw it as one curve, and you can do that. That's simplifying the actual jaw, and that's great, but just know that there are actually two angles going on. Let's make this neck go back a little bit so it's like he's leaning a little forward. It gives him a little action. Maybe you can see it better if I erase this. We'll add a little shadow under him. And a smallish ear. Not too much detail. Now, if we add a lot of hair on top of his head, what's going to happen is that the head will look taller, and you'll lose the effect of having a short forehead. So you don't want to build the hair up very much. Sweep some of the hair over. And right there. There we go. So we can add a little shading now, over the far eye. Like that, and just below the hair, a little more below the hair, like that, and to the side of the nose. And how about for the goatee and the hair itself? Just some sketchy shading, and a little more below the eyebrow. That is used usually to give an intense look to the character. So now I'll just darken it on the tips. That adds a little texture, a little interest. If everything stays the same throughout the character, it starts to lose a little bit of power. And the back of the head, I'll darken that a little more. And add a little heavier shading here on the chin. You can connect the eyeshadow to the top of the bridge of the nose. And there we have it. There is character. Shows you how using contours can really support the character. And I have one of those characters, indeed, in my book, my new book, The Master Guide to Drawing Cartoons. My newest book. I hope you look for it. Thanks for watching with me, and I hope to see you next time. Please subscribe. Bye-bye.